The mining I was gonna start looking at once I managed to get the Type 6. So that I can use it for both space trucking and, maybe even going out and doing some mining with it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm
I've
trying to
protected
think
some
here.
miners.
That works.
I've done that numerous times. Great for working on that bounty hunting skill.
That's something else I've thought about. Maybe with my Cobra, once I get it kitted out, I'm in Federated Space and the power play stuff like we've talked about before. Zachary Hudson, the guy that's in control, you pledge to them and you get what was it? There's bonuses to the bounties.
Yeah, bonuses to bounties, and if you do it, if you manage to earn enough faction credits over a month, to get a certain rank, then that unlocks the ability to purchase faction only gear. There's one or two items per faction. Some of them are very well worth it. Like we were talking mining, for example. I don't recall who it is. It's one of the Empire factions, but you get the mining lance from them, and that is a Class 1 mining laser that has the effect of a Class 2 mining laser with quadruple the range, 2 kilometer range, that also doubles as a beam laser, so it does damage to ships. It, it's
Wow.
it's it's great. It's perfect. Um, and then another favorite is the Packhound missile launcher. You'll love it. Yeah, I mean, if you can fit out a ship with these guys, and you remember the Macross missile massacre,
Oh
just
yeah.
firing all your missiles at once, and they spiral together and they go off in a pack. It's visually stunning. Just watching a ship with pack hounds just firing away, and they're rapid fire. So normally with a missile launcher, you fire one missile at a time, and you can fire, semi-automatic. But this thing, it fires everything in the launcher and as fast as you could fire dumbfires. So the volleys go pew, 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 like that. And it's like 6 per launcher, I think. Pack hounds are
Hmm.
great. And then another
Really
one that's
intimidating. Rawr.
very intimidating. I fitted a Fer-de-Lance with pack hounds, which was just nuts. So, I mean, you don't really need to work hard on a Fer-de-Lance to kill things, but yeah. Pack hounds just made it even more fun. Of course, you run through ammo like nobody's business, so you're not there for long. Um, and then the prismatic shields is another one that you'll want to look into. Basically, it's double the shield, double the maximum shield in any class with half of the regen. So it's basically just a huge shield that takes forever to build back up. And using a prismatic shield on a cutter, which has I think size 8, so you can get an 8A prismatic, fully engineered. You can touch about 12,000 shields, and
Hmm.
that's just you know. So those things are just monstrously tough.
Invisible wall.
Invisible wall. So prismatic shield, that's something else to look at, and there are all sorts of others. Um, that's just some of the highlights. But they're probably the primary goal for doing that, unless you simply enjoy the experience. Neff, yes, it is. Yeah, Hydra saying prismatic plus a shield cell is great. It's very frustrating to whoever's shooting at you, but it is great. uh, you get your shields down to about half, and you fire off the shield cell. Beep, it's right back up. Um, Neff, when he was playing, used to play a lot of power play just because he enjoyed it. The PvP stuff, and So he's going around using hatchbreaker limpets because you get missions to try to influence systems by intercepting the enemy factions, cargo haulers or fighters, and steal their stuff. Right. So it's kind of letters of marque from your chosen Powerplay faction. So you're out there trying to influence things and to allow your faction to gain control of the systems. And he enjoyed that mechanic, because it's a very combat heavy sort of thing. Um, some of them are rather. Others are more inclined to trade and do other stuff. That depends on the faction. But Neff enjoy the power play stuff just to enjoy the power play stuff. But I think most folks will do as many as they want for that 4 week period that you have to be a member of that faction to get to the rank necessary to unlock the unique gear. So that just do some research, when you have some time to see what all that will require. Some of them aren't hard, some of them are. It just depends on what all they need done.
All right.
So
It looks like Hudson's is what you get is a pacifier frag cannon.
yeah, big gun.
Yeah.
Frank
Speak
Cannon's.
softly and carry a big stick.
Any passengers who wish to remain in the system must depart the carrier within the next few minutes.
Carl's saying we're about to leave. Frank cannons. I don't know if you've had a chance to use one. They're shotguns. They're shotguns in space, right? Very short range, huge spread, and huge damage. In that range, in that arc that's in front of the weapon. The problem is, particularly when you're dealing with things in the bubble, is say you're in a place that has local authorities around, and you fire that thing off and happen to hit one of them, which is
Yeah, you're
very easy
screwed.
to do. Yeah, you're screwed. So they're situational. They're good for PvP, maybe not so good for PvE. And yeah, you're right. Hydra's saying if you achieve that 4 week goal and you get access to stuff, buy extras, because you never know when you're going to need them. Put them on different ships. Like I actually bought ships just to hold the extras for the power play stuff. That's their entire job. I've got like 4 ships on the carrier that are fully kitted out with mining lances, because I don't know where else I might want mining lances. So just the thing. It's easier
Right.
now because you can store modules, a lot of modules. But there used to be a time when you couldn't. You had to store ships. But the pacifier frag cannon helps solve that problem because it focuses the arc of the debris of the flechettes, so that it's a much narrower arc directly in front of the weapon, and that also makes it do more damage in that arc. So it makes it more viable for PvE. I think is probably the key thing about the pacifier. It's
All
also
right.
just a devastating weapon. Whap, when you get hit by that thing, you're like, "What hit me?" As you're waking up in the station.
I figure that's a ways off. I want to get comfortable with everything else first. Um,
Yeah, you're not in a hurry. I mean, that's the thing
yeah.
about this is just do what you enjoy and take it at your own pace. If you try to grind or over overburden yourself, you're just going to burn out.
Yeah.
Services are offline.
But with any luck, Elite will be around for a while, and it has been for a while. So it'll be here whenever you have the anchor to blow things up, or explore, or mine, or whatever activity floats your boat.